Welcome back to Sportic, and today we've got an England Euros tier list. That is, we're going to be selecting the England squad that Gareth Southgate is going to send to Germany. I've got my comrade with me today, and we're going to be going through the list from shoo-ins to players with no chance of going to Germany.
Let's get started.
Quick fire.
Ben Chilwell. I think he's on the plane.
He's on the plane. He's
Plays
probably
left
the
back,
best left
right back.
You need a left back.
He can play anywhere.
Yeah. Sam Johnson,
no chance. Get him out of here.
Well, if you're asking Gareth Southgate, even though it is sort of a hybrid of our squad and his squad,
it's crazy how many Crystal Palace players are in this squad.
You need 3 goalkeepers. That's the point.
I think he's not in the top 3.
Fair enough.
No chance.
No chance, but he is going to go in real life.
Yeah, maybe.
Aaron Ramsdale
was unlucky.
He's unlucky. Who are you picking out of that?
He's been unlucky this season. So maybe I think he deserves to be unlucky.
He can be on the plane for now because you got 3 goalkeepers and we're not going to pick
perhaps one of the most overrated players in the world.
Obviously, but he's not
going back to Sheffield United, mate.
Exactly. Harry Maguire.
He's on the plane.
He's on the plane. He's played pretty well this season.
Yeah, he has. He's actually stepped up this season. He's a good leader. And that's what they need.
In between. The placing doesn't really matter, just for future reference. Jared Braithwaite is haven't watched a lot of him, I'll be honest. Everton are in a borderline relegation battle.
Everton have created a ton of good centre-backs over the last 15 years, and I think he's going to be another one.
He is in the current England squad to face Brazil and someone else, 2 big teams.
It's going to be a good awakening for him in preparation, but I think it's a future shout.
Eze, he has been injured recently, and some pundits have been saying that he's going to come back and have a good last 10 games of the season and put himself right in the mix for Gareth Southgate's selection. He has played in the England squad in the past. I would put him unlucky for now and perhaps look back if we can put him in because he's a bit of an X factor.
Oh, he's a star and he'll be playing for a top 6 team.
I'll put him here, and if he doesn't get in, we'll put him here, but for now I'll put him in unlucky.
I think it's better unlucky than future shout because he's close.
I should put him for future shout just for now and we'll see because we might forget. Konza.
How old's Konza?
Not sure. Actually, I think he's in the...
Is that late 20s?
He's looking for like 27, I'm pretty sure. Might be wrong. Regardless, the point you're trying to make, I guess, is that it's not very much a future shout.
Konza 26. He's in his prime and entering his prime.
Aston Villa has played very well, but did concede 4 goals to Tottenham. I'm not sure he's played
that's a bit of recency bias there, mate.
I'm just talking about recency.
Honestly, though, has he actually got a chance of being in the squad? Let's be honest.
Is he only playing for Aston Villa because Tyrone Mings tore his ACL?
Yes, and they also have Pau Torres and they have Diego Carlos. It's a deep centre-back rotation there.
He's playing most.
I'll be hard. He's a great player, but he's no chance.
No chance?
No chance of being in the squad.
Bukayo Saka, sorry.
Bukayo Saka, it's a shoe-in.
He's got that right wing on lock.
It's a great left foot, outside the box and a bit of star potential.
Cole Palmer, he's on the plane for mine, and some people are saying that he should actually start.
That's
pretty crazy. But
who's saying that? KSI or someone like that? Some YouTuber, because that is a shocking take. But I'd put him on the plane.
He's actually got experience. For a very young player, he's got a lot of experience playing in big matches.
And again, we'd have to have the shoe-in on the plane. What is it, 23 players?
23, yes.
So if we end up having more, we're going to have to relegate them to a lower stage.
Jared Bowen.
Jared Bowen is 100% on the plane.
Yes, he deserves it.
100% on the plane. Perhaps one of the most
playing very well
underrated
in both the league and Europa League.
Is if you're an NBA fan,
Anthony Gordon, future shout.
If you're an NBA fan, Jared Bowen is the Mike Conley of the NBA. I think perhaps the most underrated player.
Mike Conley's slow, Jared Bowen's fast. He's a counter-attacking king. Anyway, that's not Jared Bowen.
That's a disgusting take.
Anthony Gordon, I don't rate him. Future shout. I don't rate him enough for the England squad.
For now, understood.
Euros. James Maddison.
James Maddison's definitely on the plane.
Definitely.
Could even be a shoe-in.
I think on the plane because he's not too favoured by the England squad. However, this is trying to make a hybrid.
He's a star. He plays for a top 6 team now. He's definitely on the plane. Marcus Rashford, he's on the plane as well.
On the plane, is it shoe-in or on the plane?
He's on the plane.
In between Chilwell.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. He's a great player. I think it's just
he's not going to start, but he brings something different. He
Definitely.
Can on the counter attack if you're trying to chase a win, if you're trying to even play on the break.
He's a star. He's just had a poor season.
He's starting to play pretty well recently.
And he will come to
Harry Kane showing the captain. He's bothered by some ankle injury, but that won't be a problem by Euros time. But he's just a goal machine.
I mean, what is it?
But he
40 plus goals
he
and
could
assists
play
together.
a bit better for England. He hasn't been playing all too well for them in recent times.
It's all about the tactics. Play through your
We'll
king.
see, literally. Ivan Toney, what do you think?
Ivan Toney's unlucky. I think he hasn't played enough Premier League football this season.
So
and
we might bunch in these two players. Who do you pick out of these two strikers? Ollie Watkins and Toney, because you need a backup striker. Or Callum Wilson, who is a long way away, I'm pretty sure. The very last person.
I think Ollie Watkins is on the plane. Aston Villa, top 5 in the Premier League. If
Toney
he's ever going to make it.
Hasn't played enough football. He's still
That's exactly my
quite
point.
rusty.
And I think he's got that, betting scandal hanging over his head.
I think that's
and it's a hard thing to shake off.
He is in the current England squad, both these players are.
I think he's unlucky. I think we go with Ollie Watkins in this one, and Ollie's on the plane.
On the bottom of on the plane.
He's on the plane.
It's quite funny because for England's squad, the first or the best player is generally Harry Kane, and the worst player in the squad is generally the backup striker.
I'm not sure about that take as well.
More or less. Dean Henderson, no chance. I don't want to talk about that man. He's just a disgrace to English football. Jude Bellingham.
He's a shoe-in.
Shoe-in. What a star.
He might take them all the way.
Is he better than Harry Kane? I believe. Maybe, but
maybe we should watch the other videos as to what player we ended up choosing.
In the top right-hand corner should pop up right now, ranking the best Euros players from each nation.
Yes, great video. One of my favourites.
Kobe Manu.
Future shout. I think that's fair.
He's actually playing so well. He might be like on that Eze. He might be the 23rd.
He might make it. He might make it. Let's put him on for future shout, and we'll say
future shout.
That's it. He's a star. Yeah. He's a star. That goal against Wolves.
Nick Pope will put on the plane.
He's on the plane.
Not for any reason other than just being a backup goalkeeper.
That's tough. I think he starts if he's healthy.
I wouldn't mind if he started, but I'm being realistic here. Even though I'm trying to create a hybrid between the real squad and our squad, Pickford is such a shoe-in. But
Pickford's only a shoe-in because he's Southgate's lover. That's the only reason he's there. He's not even that good. Pope's a player that I'd be starting as a goalkeeper, assuming that he's healthy.
Connor Cody, no chance. He's had his time in the England squad, and now he's playing in the Championship. Great role player,
that's all. Joe Gomez. This is a tough one.
In the current England squad after a third
I'm just thinking, who are the backup centre-backs we have? We only have Harry Maguire. I think he's on the plane. He can also play right back. And you know how...
There are some players coming up, but maybe for now we'll put him in and we'll see what happens later.
Yeah, let's put him on the plane for now.
He's quite also versatile. He can play in the left back and right back positions.
Definitely.
I reckon at the bottom just for now, just so we know that he's on the brink, on the border.
Trent Alexander-Arnold's a shoe-in.
He's on the... I wouldn't say he's a shoe-in.
He's definitely a
for
shoe-in.
England, he's a shoe-in.
It doesn't matter. He's a shoe-in.
No. But in the England context, he hasn't played all too often and has struggled to even take that right back.
I think I'd bet my house that he's going to be on that.
Obviously,
plane.
But we're trying to show respect to the England players who have played well.
Well, you're not showing him a lot of respect.
No, because
he deserves a bit more.
There are talks of him being that third midfielder for England.
You sound like a Manchester United fan. Put him in the shoe-in.
No. John Stones, he's a shoe-in.
He's a shoe-in.
He's a star. He's a star. He's even proven to play in that CDM role for Man City. I doubt he'll do that for England, but he's England's best centre-back, isn't he?
Maybe you should be playing that CDM role.
Levi Colwill, future shout. If he played better last season, to be honest, for Brighton, definitely. But a bigger stage at Chelsea. He hasn't played all too well.
And Pochettino putting him in that left-back position to get that experience, he'll be a great centre-back.
Eric Dyer, interesting one. If you ask both of us maybe a couple months ago, you'd say no chance. But he's playing pretty well for Bayern Munich on the big stage.
I think he's unlucky, though.
Unlucky, but give it some time. If they go even deeper in the Champions League and he plays a pivotal role,
definitely,
he might be on the plane. And of course, Southgate loves him. So, but for now, unlucky. Probably below Tony. Mark Guehi, he's probably on the plane. If you talk about Southgate, he's consistently that backup, the understudied to Harry Maguire and John Stones.
We do have, though,
but I don't know
Joe Gomez instead.
If we're selecting the squad, I don't know if I would pick him because there's another...
I'll be honest, though. How many Crystal Palace matches have you watched this season?
Being quite rough, aren't I? Probably that is the tax against Crystal
smaller
Palace.
Teams, I know. But you can see how many good players they have in this squad. I think he's unlucky.
Okay.
And I think I can go again either way with Eric Dyer. It's going to be one or the other, probably making that squad.
We're going to need to count the amount of players we have here.
Oh, we can always add more.
Reece James, he's a shoo-in.
He's a shoo-in. So you're telling me that he's a shoo-in,
but
Trent Alexander-Arnold
he's going to play right back over Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I like Reece James, I'm saying, but he's also has severe injury problems and significant hamstring problems.
I'm assuming he's going to be playing consistently between now and the end of the season.
He needs to get those soft tissue injuries under control, and he will be a shoe-in.
Jordan Henderson, he's on the plane, but not for the reasons of perhaps a meritocracy. Perhaps he deserves not to be in the squad.
That's a fancy word you use there, mate, and I have no idea what that means. But we can put him on the plane.
On the plane in the middle, bang in the middle. Vice captain, he's definitely.
Sometimes it's all about just having a leadership, morale.
But there's a couple of players who perhaps won't get in, i.e., Eze, i.e., Mainu, who believe.
We will see.
No, but as in they believe they deserve that spot.
Henderson, that's true. That is true. We'll just
Lewis Dunk, he's also in the current squad, I believe.
I think that's no chance.
But he's no chance, but one of these players is going to be, or two of these players are going to be backup centre-backs. You need backup centre-backs
we have
in a long
tournament. And
Conor Gallagher, he has to go in the squad. He's Chelsea's best player this season. But I understand there's so many midfielders on that squad that he might be on the border. So I would put him personally perhaps somewhere here, and we can look back at it a bit later.
I think he might be an unlucky person to miss out, but for now, that's fine.
Declan Rice, shoe-in.
He's a shoe-in.
He's a shoe-in. They're probably above Reece James and John Stones. He's just proven to be that CDM, proper CDM for England. And I'm surprised, is Calvin Phillips in it? Yes, he is. We'll see what happens with him, but Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips are like weird shoe-ins for England. I don't know about the latter nowadays, but you know what I mean.
Jordan Pickford, according to you, he's a shoe-in.
He's a shoe-in, but not for the reasons of him being amazing. More so, he's just...
I thought this was your team.
We're trying to make a hybrid, trying to be fair, but it is slowly turning into Gareth Southgate's team. It's quite hard to differentiate reality and...
expectation of a different team.
Reality and our own version of reality.
Rico Lewis.
He was playing a lot of football for Man City and even England a few months ago, but I haven't seen all too much of him recently.
Overrated youngster that plays for Manchester City. He will be gone from Manchester City in 2 years, and I'm not even putting him as a future shout. He's no chance.
Future shout on the bottom.
No chance.
Be a hater like that.
Rico, mate.
It's quite harsh because all of these players are no chance are just written off. Meanwhile, these players might never play for England in a big tournament, but at least they're young.
At least they're young.
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw's a shoe-in.
He's on the plane, but he's struggling with that injury, and he might not even play.
He might be back. Maybe on the plane for now.
On the brink. But historically, he has been England's number one left back.
Phil Foden, shoe-in, star, living up to all the hype this year.
And it's about time he actually gets treated like a superstar on an England team, because
he deserves it.
He's almost seen as that 11th player.
I think it's a bigger question. Does he start in the first 11?
No, he will. It's whether he plays on the left wing or if he plays in that third midfield role, because that's the hole in England's team. Because they're going to likely play Jordan Henderson, and that's a level below Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice. Regardless, Tomori
for me is a star.
He's a star.
He's on the plane.
I don't know if he's a star, but Southgate has a habit of not picking him when it really matters. And we'll see what happens this time. He actually got omitted from the current squad. AC Milan are second place in the Serie A. I'm not sure if he's playing to a similar level he was last season.
Let's put him on the plane. This is our squad as well.
Fair enough. I reckon it's getting to the point that we're almost capping out here. Kyle Walker, shoe-in.
He's a shoe-in.
Shoe-in above Reece James. He's that starting right back. He can also play that right centre-back role in a 5-back or 3-back formation. He's a star. He's experienced. He's everything Gareth Southgate wants in a defender. He's fast as well. He can shut down Mbappe. Kieran Trippier. He's had a bit of a weird season. He's experienced. He is that historical backup right back or left back or full back in an England squad, and he does get called up to play the big games very often.
He's unlucky. I haven't been a big Trippier fan, but he's already 35. I think he misses out on this, or 35, 36.
Fair enough for the future, but we're talking about a tournament that is only less than 100 days away.
But we already have Trent Alexander-Arnold, we have Kyle Walker, and we also have Reece James. I think the right back position is too full.
I'll put him on the bottom of unlucky, but that might have to see about that, because he's getting in over Joe Gomez if that was to be in contention.
It all depends about versatility. And Joe Gomez
that's the border between our own squad and Gareth Southgate's squad, but we'll see. Ben White, I put him in just because he's probably deserving of
Ben White's no chance. He knows he doesn't want to play. He wants to have the summer off.
He's having a summer off.
He's having a
and
summer
having a
off.
party, and there's no way he's playing.
Shout out to Ben at home. What a champion.
We'll see what happens. You never know, but for now, he's not
I'm with
playing.
him, though. I'm with him.
Mason Mount, no chance.
No chance.
No chance. He's had a bit of a weird season. He might have a good last couple months to
He can
make
try.
something on the season, but
He
and
can
who knows,
try.
because he's been a shoo-in in the past for England, so you
He
never
can
know.
try. I think Maynard's gone past
We'll
him
see.
in both club football
But he
and
might be a
international
future
football.
shout, because I see Mason Mount being a mainstay in the England squad in the future again. It's a bit of a hiatus.
I think he's no chance. I think he's done.
Calvin Phillips.
No chance. No chance.
He's
Dude,
no
forget,
chance.
Forget.
He's no chance, but a
Forget
lot
it.
of England fans.
Forget it. No chance.
A
End
lot
of
of
story. I don't want to
England-
have this
A lot of
debate. I do
England
not want to
fans-
have this
Fans
debate.
do believe that Southgate will select him, but
I don't care what Southgate is who's going to select. There is no chance of making the 23
James
squad.
Ward-Prowse, a lot of England fans
Unlucky.
do believe he should be in the team.
He should be, but I think he misses out just
He-
based on perception of him
Hold
being
on one
too slow.
second. No. He left Southampton, fair enough, they were relegated, to join West Ham, a team in the Europa League, and to prove that he can play for England. He was very upset after he was not selected for the World Cup and wanted to prove to Gareth Southgate that he deserves to play.
I think he's unlucky though. I think he's a great player. I was a big Southampton fan growing up and watching him play for the club until recently.
So what backup midfielders do we have at the moment? We have James Maddison, Jordan Henderson,
The fact that you got Jordan Henderson over James
Conor
Ward-Prowse,
Gallagher.
that's I think the big thing.
You need 4 midfielders. You need 4 backup midfielders.
I
Midfielders
understand.
are like the subs you
I
put on.
understand, but I think
I'm going to put, this is my pick to put him in the squad. He deserves to be in the squad because he provides something different. He provides free kicks, good penalty taker, good set piece specialist to some point.
yeah, perhaps. Let's keep him there for now, then we can see.
Tammy Abraham, no chance just because he hasn't played this season.
Yeah.
And
What is it, an
quite,
ACL?
that's
Is it?
unlucky. Put him unlucky. Perhaps. Future shout or unlucky?
No, just unlucky.
Future shout because he's still young.
Is he?
Yeah, that's a bit of a. Is he young? I don't know, but I like Tammy Abraham. I do believe he's going to.
26, same age as Konsa. I think he's unlucky. I think he's unlucky.
Unlucky,
Yep.
purely based on the injury. Jack Grealish, another player under a injury cloud.
I
What do
think
you
he's a
think?
shoo-in. He's a shoo-in.
He's a show-in.
He's a
He's
shoo-in.
England's like poster boy,
He's a
in a
poster
weird
boy.
way.
He's a star. He has some X factor.
and we're going to assume that he's going to be fit. So we'll put him in the show-in category. He's a versatile left winger, isn't he? Who can really make some.
He's an X factor.
Problems
He's
for
an
that
X
defense.
factor, and every
And
team
he was
needs that.
England. He was England's best player in the Euros, the last Euros.
That's it.
Eddie Nketiah, no chance, or future shout? What do you think?
No chance.
No chance.
No
The
chance.
future shout is a bit of a cop out, to be honest. Raheem Sterling, that's an interesting one.
He's
because
unlucky. He's
he-
unlucky. He's.
Is he unlucky or is he just past it?
I think he's a little bit past it. I think Chelsea haven't done him.
Who's more
You know-
past it? Trippier or Raheem Sterling?
No, I think they're different players. I think Raheem Sterling,
compare.
it's just Chelsea haven't done him any good with where they're sitting on the ladder. Even though he's actually had a solid season compared to the last 2 seasons, I think he's just unlucky to miss out based on the other quality we have on the wings already.
It'll be a big miss. Who's going to fit those big shoes or small shoes of Raheem Sterling? Because he's been
plenty. There's plenty. You've got Saka, you've got Foden, you've got Rashford, you've got Grealish. I think that's more than enough to cover those wings.
Let's see. Callum Wilson, by the way, no chance.
No chance.
No chance. Newcastle's playing pretty poorly this season as well.
No chance.
26 players we have, which would have been fine for the World Cup, but the Euros has been cut down to 23, which is a bit controversial because what's the problem with having 26 players? Looking at the squad, we do have enough depth in every position. I'm pretty sure it's more of a question of who gets dropped.
3 players to be dropped. If you ask me straight away without thinking too hard about it and looking at the list, Jordan Henderson, gone.
He's not, no, I'm not going to take that because he's not getting, like, trying to compare our squad to Southgate's squad is too much of a...
What are we trying to compare, sorry?
He's-
I'm just saying
he's
Jordan Henderson.
He's actually a shoe-in for England.
I don't care if he's a shoe-in. This is your squad. He shouldn't be in the squad. He shouldn't be here. He just came off the bench the other week for 4 minutes for Ajax and ran down a ball and he thought that he was a champion.
Is he
He
unlucky?
was celebrating. He's unlucky. He's gone. I would say
So
no
there's one
chance
gone?
as well.
Ward-Prowse can replace Henderson.
Ward, exactly, and that's
Yeah.
why he's in the squad.
I'm just looking now. It's quite...
It's a tough
You can't-
choice.
I'll get rid of the goalkeepers, but you're not allowed to. You have to have the 3 goalkeepers.
It's a tough choice. I think we have to get rid of a centre back.
And looking, what centre backs do we have in the?
We have Maguire.
We don't have enough centre backs. if
Joe
anything.
Gomez, and we have Tomori. I think two backup centre backs.
You need two backup centre backs.
Yes, and I think it's going to be Joe Gomez. See you later, mate.
I just said you need two, and you said yes.
Yes, we have Harry Maguire, Tomori, and Joe Gomez.
You got Kyle Walker, who can also slot in.
Exactly. I think it's going to be Joe Gomez missing out.
To be honest, I reckon he's overrated. He's only playing well because he's playing in an inform Liverpool team, who, in my opinion, will fall apart next season.
And I think the last one is going to be between
Cole Palmer. No. You have to pick him now, mate. You got rid of another centre back. It's quite hard, isn't it? It's rough.
I think
it might just be an injured player.
It might be an injured player, but I think it's between Cole Palmer and Jared Bowen. Because again, we got those wings covered. Maybe Jared Bowen doesn't make it, even though he's a star, and he is the top of the unlucky category.
That is a rough one, but
it's a deep team.
It's going to come down to who's injured.
I think you choose Cole Palmer or Jared Bowen.
Cole Palmer,
the penalty
not because
maestro.
Cole Palmer is going to be in the squad just because of what he offers, clutch gene he has, and perhaps Jared Bowen wouldn't even get a shout in the team, as in to play.
I think Jared Bowen's unlucky.
Jared Bowen, to be honest, you're amazing, mate, but it's better off to be in Ibiza than warming the bench for England. So that's fair. I'm pretty sure we have enough depth
in each position, and I think this list shows you the depth and quality of England's team.
So let us know in the comments down below
what you think, who the most unlucky player was, and whether any of the players that are shoo-ins or on the plane shouldn't be on the list, and anyone that isn't on the list should have actually made the list.
And let us know if you would like to see another country analysed and whose squad they should take to Germany. Until next time.